Oh, good morning, everyone. I shouldn't have done this. This was I have played a decent amount in the breach. I played like 8 hours. And this current run that I'm on is the first time that I made it through the second island, and then I made it through my first time with the third island. I made it through the third island, and I've unlocked the fourth, but based on my positioning, I asked around, and people like Austin suggested you should just go to the final island. You should just move on with your life. And then this morning, I was trying to figure out what to stream. I was like, it's been like 5 days since you touched that game of Into the Breach, and the reason you haven't touched Into the Breach is because you don't want to play that final island because you are confident you are going to mess it up and then have to start all over again. So I thought I should stream it. I'm going to check chat right now, just because I want to make sure there's no major audio fumbles. Okay. Everyone seems fine. I've never been to so I'm not going to look at chat anymore. See ya, chat. Bye. Okay. Here we go. Into the breach. You'll see I'm playing as the lightning crew. I don't know what their names are. I'm doing okay on power grid. I had a pilot in the lightning mech and then made a critical error early in the game. Lost them. Like just straight up just screwed up and lost them. So I could have been in a position to have 2 maxed out pilots, but I don't. I don't. Let's go the electric whip. Got this, but I can't use it. I should add this. I've got nothing else I can install. Can't pump up health on them. I have given this the Janus cannon, which I haven't used because I bought this after completing the third island. So this is a new weapon for me. I have 2 interesting bonuses. So the Janus cannon, which is new. It's a new one I have to think about, which allows them to move squares in opposite directions. Also, frenzied repair, which is interesting that I sometimes forget that I have. Like every unit can repair, but old Harold Schmidt, my boy, when he repairs, sometimes it's not about repairing. Sometimes it's about pushing those adjacent tiles. Like it's just moving people out of the way. So there's that. And then Jill Smith. My good Jill Smith. See, I wonder... I've been thinking... Like, one thing I need to think about when I get to this final island, right, is you need to think about future timelines, not just the timeline you're in. And Jill's perks, 2 mech HP, +1 mech reactor. I think frenzied repair is a more interesting upgrade, like a perk, than these 2. So I think, like, what I'm saying that because I need to keep in mind that if the battle's going poorly, if I need to abandon the timeline, like Harold's my boy. Like I need to try and get Harold out of there and live to fight another day. I only got 3 health though. It's not a ton. And I got this, rocks. Added damage onto that. Got these smoke bombs. I don't use that all that often, but I need to remember it's there. Like, a lot of me playing this game is for, like, getting into a mindset of, like, very specific things and then not remembering that I have other things that I could be using. So, we're going to go slow. I'm going to try and talk through my thoughts. I can't get any advice. I know Austin said that he was about to edit a piece, but I think this is going to be far too tempting for him, and he's probably gonna get angry. Okay. Okay. With the Vec driven off the islands, you have a chance to wipe them out at their source, your humanity's last hope. That's me! Hold on. Okay. +1 confidence. Okay, so I'm gonna be honest. I don't like this. It's making me uncomfortable. It bothers me. I'm mad. I don't think enough about where to put my mechs. Like, I don't really think about that much. Like, I don't, not because I don't want to think about it. It's like I just don't really know a lot about it. All right, so let's look at the new tiles. Indestructible volcano that blocks movement and projectiles. So these are just mountain tiles. They're not special. They don't, like, they're not gonna create lava. Ground tile. So no special tiles except for water. My hands are shaking. This is such a stupid idea. Okay. So these are not, I've encountered these enemies before. I wonder if when you make it to the last island, if oh, this is it. Wait, survive the fight. So is this it? Like, it's just like this fight, like, and then it's all over? Volcano. Oh, volcano. Watch out for the active volcano. Okay. So the volcano marks aren't on there yet. Survive the fight. Alright. This one can throw the blob. But there are no buildings to defend. So that's one thing to keep in mind. This one can do, we just looked at this one. Does the, yep. And this one has a lot of health. That one's not great. I can't knock it off. So I've got this boy, got my puller, I got my rock boy, and like what's different about this is I'm trying to think, okay, like placement thought process is different because I'm not trying to block certain tiles, and I don't know what this volcano is going to do, so I can't even predict that. I don't. Yes, that's going to impact some tiles. None of that is marked yet, though. Don't call me. Don't give me a phone call right now. Like, I'm hoping I'm going to be able to use my rock guy to maybe press one of them into the water, but they're all going to move around, so like it's not really something I can like wholly predict. Like sometimes when I'm thinking about where the initial placement's going to happen, you know, I'm thinking where I'm trying to like push some of the enemies, whether it's like to part of the map. So I think I just need to kind of go for it, I guess. Okay, Harold. Oh. What? Alright, so there are... Okay. Yep. That doesn't help me. Well, it does help me, actually. Okay. Alright, so, attack order. Environment's gonna happen first. The environment's gonna take out these two. And, so that means that's safe. I guess I should be using my mouse pointer. That's safe. These two are gone. So these are free to do something, anything else. I would love to drag him over and block this, but that's not going to be possible. My boy here. One thing I could do if I move him here, he's out of the blast radius, can use him as a conduit to start bringing down the health on that guy. Or I can leave him alone. I can't move. So one thing I could do is I could move him here. I could use my repair buddy as a conduit. Which then puts down 2 points on my sweet bubble boy. He's safe from the volcano. And then you would move him over here. Bad. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. Nope, nope, nope. Okay. I was thinking that I could use all that, but I wasn't thinking about, I wasn't thinking about this properly. I was thinking this was gonna push him in a different direction. I don't have the... I can push him out of the way. So it might still be worth getting the 2 hits on him. I think that might be the play. Like, at least it puts a little bit of damage. The other... Because I have to move him. Like, he has to be moved. But I could move him this way. And then, in the event of doing this, I could move him up. And he gone. So the question is whether I want to keep 2 on the board with a little bit of damage, or keep 1 on the board with full health. I think I probably want to keep 1 on the board with full health. I think that's probably the play. Like, I think, because I've got 3 Vec coming up. I think the idea of, like, rather than this becoming 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, because I'm not going to be able to push any blocks. Let's think through my other options with the different, right? So I also have this doesn't, you know, I mean, you could do this. It would block him there. But I feel like that's what you want to do when you don't have another play for an attack. Like, I have a first round move that protects the grid. My other one is what? Yeah, here. This is an interesting one to keep in mind. This is one per... I don't think it's one per round. I think it's once per turn. Like, that's a really fascinating move. Like, I'm gonna have to... I don't think I need to mess with that right now. But I could, right? Actually, that's the thing. Alright, so... that lets me do one additional piece of something. So... if he pushes that there, then these two strike. He moves here. I guess one question is... no, because I need... yeah, okay. Because one other way of approaching it would be... to have him come here. Two, so he... okay. It was just 2 and 1, so he would still be around. Alright, so I think I'm going to make moves. So I'm going to move him up here. Move him here. That's going to be my first move. Takes him out. Takes him out. Push him over. Okay. Oh. All right. So that just removes those tiles from play. Oh no! Oh my god! Okay. He could wipe out... he could wipe out all of it in one go. If I didn't get any resistance. He attacks 2 tiles in front. So you could push him away. If I moved... I can't move him here. Because even if I did this... he gone! And I'm dead. Alright, so I could pull him over. He's dead. And the environment action happens before the attack action. I have so few This? Oh, I can't. Okay. Behaves like water, inflicts fire on surviving units. Of course, I have passive, right? So buildings gain a shield after taking damage. So theoretically, if none of those resisted, 1, 2, I'd be down to 2. Oh, all right. So pushes that one off. I think that's the play there. So that removes those from destruction. But then that one takes care of that one. My robot friend here. He doesn't have any movement. I don't have a way of pulling this one onto an environment tile. Feel great about it. I feel like I'm missing some approach with my move set. I don't know if it's possible for like every single turn to have an outcome where no damage. Like, is it just that you're just not seeing the way the tiles can shift? Like, I don't know if that's how the game operates. Even if you wanted to sacrifice him, like, all he does is push one off, allow one kill. That seems like a lot to sacrifice when you have 3 more turns. And he wouldn't even get rid of this guy. Cause 2 damage, and then 1, but that doesn't. He only does 2. I mean, even you could bring over him and finish the job, but then all we've done is tank out those 2, and then we've just let those 3 buildings sit at risk. was trying to think. There's some way I could use like a block. None of these go in any of those directions. Because sometimes it's fine to take a hit from one of your mechs. Can't see. The world where I push everyone off. Okay, you come over here. That leaves them. I don't know how. Like, it doesn't. And when you attack with the lightning mech, it does not disentangle these two. Even if I'm gonna move this mech out of the way, this one cannot get across this space. Like, it can't get over. Like, you know, one of the thoughts was, okay, well, maybe if I somehow move this one out of the way, I could use this to pull this guy over, but right? 'Cause I wouldn't mind pulling him over into, well, his attack wouldn't do anything because the environment would hit first. I feel like the scenario that is the least damaging potentially I lose 3 and I'm down to 1 after this turn, though. Right? Like, if I move him off, and then I block this. I'm not even sure who makes most sense to hit at that stage. Oh, here's one thing to consider, though. These tiles are going to be gone. And then you're going to have to walk through them like they're fire. So if this guy gets stuck here, not only is he going to take 1 hit, but then going to have to walk through the fire and the flames in order to get out. So at that point, maybe it makes more sense to inflict your damage on the more powerful enemy. I wish there was a way to pull this one off and then split the difference on those two. Although that would still leave Things wide open over there. I just failed to see. What move I'm missing. At least one that leaves everything intact. This sucks. This sucks a lot. I just want to like sit here and like go through every square. It's like, what am I missing? I mean, I guess okay. What? All right. So in the event that I did this one. And then our mech friend came over, knocked that one for 2 damage. Then he goes down from 5 to 4, then 4 to 2. And he could do that from this square. And theoretically, he could move. This guy could move forward. How many squares? 1, 2, 3, right? And could bring him there into the lava, which would remove those. And then, right? Then that would leave the only exposed option. Oh. Austin's telling me to go and turn on grid notation. Oh, okay. Yeah, sure. So I'm trying to leave myself the least possible exposed. Now I've like lost my train of thought. Right? But this was the idea. Was I hit this for 1. It's 5. Wait, okay. What? Now I'm confused again. I had a thought in my head. Now I feel like I messed it up. The idea I was working towards was killing this guy. How do I get him down to, I guess you only get waterlogged or hit with the fire if you end up in that tile, right? Welcome, this is what Patrick usually does at 11 o'clock at night with a whiskey in his hand. That's 2. No bueno. The only world, I still never, right? Like, even if you wanted to try and use this move to save him, that doesn't help us. That moves one of them off, but that doesn't 3, 1, you know, that doesn't get us to where we're going. You can go on the lava tile. You can use that. Ain't nothing stopping you from using that lava tile. Just wish. This doesn't guarantee anything. You know, if you could somehow move him off that tile. I think I'm gonna have to go with like the move that is just like the least terrible, but that still leaves me exposed on multiple fronts. Like there are 2 like least terrible moves that I can see, which is you pull him over to what, B6, then he's out of the way and gets killed. You can either you can't, like, there aren't many options with my boy out here. Like you just can't do a whole lot to impact what's ultimately happening down here. So the only thing I can think of landing on is you pull him over to B6. You move him off G4. You bring him over here. And then just make your, you know, who do you want to try and damage? And then cross your effing fingers that you're going to survive the turn. Like, I don't see the other path. I hate this. I can't tell if I'm bad at this game. I can't tell, like, what's the obvious play that I'm missing. At some point, I just need to, you know, just do it. I just can't see. There's no way to move anyone with this character. That still injures 5A. And leaves that one open. Okay. Okay. We're just gonna go with what I think is the least bad option. Which is we're gonna push that one. We're gonna move him here, and then try and take out one of them, and then move that over. Taking out one of those, which will leave us with 1, 2, 3, 4. Back to 5 enemies. 2, 3, 4. Well, 4 will be going +1. Not great. Not great. People are wondering in the corner. We just want to get like a. That's where we're at. Okay, I don't know. That's all I can. That's all I can think of. So now the question is who I want to attack. Because they're both over 3, which means none of them, either of them can be killed in a single hit by any of my. I'm gonna go with this because that means that my guy could kill him as part of a chain later. This sucks. The shield's only going to protect them for 1. And there are 3 shots on it. I think I'm fucked. I mean, okay, let's not completely lose hope. That will knock away the shield. But the power grid is down to 1. In another world, you would just say, fine, screw it. Like, we'll just sacrifice that and live to fight another day. That move does not help us at all. I'm not nearly close enough to do anything with it. I cannot block anything but this shot. I can pull him off. Do the adjacent. I can either push him or do an adjacent. Even if I did do this, right? Like, that would take 1 out. But that doesn't... That one takes that one out. That one would be gone. There's this one. There's that one out. But the only way to get rid of this one, the only way to get rid of G without impacting the shield is by using Herald. And then what? Do I just pray that my grid defense at 26% is enough? Like, we'll lose... We're gonna lose that mech and that pilot. That's just the way I'm, like, just gonna choose to keep Harold. So it's like, if I'm gonna abandon the timeline, I'm gonna abandon it with Harold. Which means I can wait one more turn, because you can only leave with one pilot. I mean, you have to move G. G has to move. It's an automatic kill. It's a kill shot. At least with D, there's a fighting chance that... There's a 26% fighting chance that you live to go one more turn in which you are almost assuredly fucked. But at least it's one more turn. This is what we're saying, right? Or rather, just stay in your starting position. So the first move is going to be him. Pushes him off, goes in the water. He's gone. And this shot pushes him off and at least staves off that attack. And then what we hope is the D... Oh, wait. This hits 2 spaces. No, it doesn't. 1 space. And it's not going to make any sense for him to repair, because he's going to get hit for 3. So you'd want to just hit, and then that's your parting shot to the world. And then we hope for 26% chance is enough. And if it's not, we look at what our options are on the final turn, which I don't think are going to be good. And then we just have to make the decision on whether we abandon the timeline or not. Like, I guess all we're hoping for in the final turn then, to give us any sort of sense of possibility, would be like the random tiles just playing out in our favor somehow. But I feel like over in G is going to get knocked up again. I just think there's just too much going on. I think I screwed up that first turn. The second turn, rather. And there's no random chance on a hit. The hit is just dink. Like, it's just gonna be 3 hits. And like, this is just a really unfortunate random volcanoing. Like, I just don't have options to like push people around or even give myself a shot. Plus, I just don't have a whole lot of movement tiles to work with, or just stuff that I'm just not seeing. I don't know. I think a lot of this is there's a lot of possibilities. All right, let's pray. Chat, be with me on this. Let's wish Jill Smith. You've been with me on this run. I appreciate everything you've given to the cause. Jill. That's it. That's it. All right, so I think this is it. I got no options here. I got no options. All right, this is it. Bad. Bad. Well, I appreciate those people giving me a fighting chance. Oh, I didn't even lose Jill Smith. I wasn't even paying attention. Well, maybe that explains everything about my play in this game. Alright, so... let's see. Ugh. So there's no, I don't think there's any way that like this goes in any direction other than just me crossing my fingers about the grid. So you can move that one off, which, because that causes 2 damage on all of them, like, there's just, again, seemingly no option other than to move. G, again. G! If you don't free Herald, then your options are pretty limited. Like, it's... you know, you can drag this over here, but that's it. You know, you can push him off, and at that point, he could move 3 spaces. 1, 2, 3. But that wouldn't, well, in the event that you did that, then you could use your cannon, and you could move that one off, but C2 would still have a chance. Then again, it's 25% chance on 1. They resisted last time. But then you're left with G5 having a 2, being a hit 4 for 2 damage, which is bad. So I think if all you're doing is crossing your fingers and hoping for RNG, because you can't fire from in here. This doesn't give us any other... can't block anything. So I think the only real play is to push that and then just cross your fingers. Well, but that's but we wanted to bring Harold with us, right? This is the problem. Harold's going to die. Oh, Harold can resist one. Oh, but also Harold can do this. That wouldn't change anything about our ability to... Because what you'd want is that the boulder shot is going to... In the event that we'd be able to keep our mech alive, then the mech could have come over here, sacrificed itself, to act as a... To basically just get us down to this. We'd be hoping for D2 again, just crossing our fingers on the 26% chance that it can resist for a second time and give us victory. But instead, we're gonna have to cross our fingers for a 26% chance on one, and then another 26% chance, which that's a 13% chance that's gonna work out. I don't know if that's actually how math works. It's low. It's a low probability. I guess it's two 26% chances, so. But you, I guess you're all, oh, yeah, that's bad. So I think, actually, Harold needs to push to survive this. Harold can. Well, I guess he survives either way. If you bring it over, then I guess at least Harold gets XP. Because he'll be killed by that. Then this will overshoot that way. So at least I'll take the XP. If I push, that just shoves that over there, and that just does damage. I'm not seeing any other... options. Alright, stream. Get out whatever it is you get out for random rolls of the dice by an algorithm. So this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna use the rock thrower. We're gonna push G5 to H5. We're gonna use our puller, Harold, to bring over E3 to E5. We're gonna hit end turn. We're gonna let the chips fall where they may. Cause that's about all I see in our future. All right, big plays, big money, big prizes. Come on this stream, Drake. Oh. Hi, chat. Hi, chat. I feel like I gave it a good shot. I feel like I had a really good first turn. The second turn, I think, is where things, maybe I didn't manage them properly. I had a really good run with this squad, the Blitzkrieg squad, which I started out not liking at all. I don't think they're going to be my main. I think I'm going to switch out of them and maybe go back to the original squad. And kind of take some of my lessons. I did just unlock the Rusting Hulks. I haven't tried them yet, but I'm thinking maybe go back to the Rift Walkers, take the, because my longest runs have come with Blitzkrieg. Maybe go back to the Rift Walkers, see if like some of that applies, and maybe I can have a better chance but I'm also gonna try Rusting Hulks. Seems like people like Rusting Hulks in the chat, but I hope Austin's breathing okay. I hope I did not cause him too much anxiety. I tried to make you proud, Austin. I was on my own out here, and I'm not that mad. I actually feel I went from not being able to make it past 2 battles with the Blitzkrieg to making it past the first island, to then on another run making it past the first island, the second island, the third island, getting to the final island, getting to the final turn, and being like not that far off from pulling out victory. So thanks everyone for watching. You can follow me at Patrick Klepek. You can follow Waypoint at Waypoint. You can see the archives immediately for this at twitch.tv/Waypoint. You can find the archives later at YouTube at youtube.com/WaypointVice. Find us on Waypoint. Did I say that? I don't know if I said that. So that's gonna do it. That's Into the Breach. Thanks everyone for watching. If I get to the final, look, here's what I'll say. If I make it to the final island again, I will pause, and then we will return, and I will beat this final island with all of y'all. That is my promise to you. So thanks everyone for watching. Appreciate you watching me be anxious for the last hour. Bye. Harold, we'll do this! Harold, my boy. More to come. More to come.